I'm joined now by Red Wing girls basketball coach Kraig Ulveling. Coach, a lot's made of wires and stuff. They're two big post players. What sets them apart?
Oh, two four-year starters, two excellent basketball players, but also phenomenal athletes. They run the floor 6'2", 6'2". That's equivalent to 6'8", 6'6", 6'7" boys. And like I said, not only do they have size, but they're excellent basketball players. They're both very aggressive. They're just the real thing. I'd like to think that they've won over 100 games in the 4 years they've been playing varsity. I'm almost sure they have, and that's pretty remarkable when that's averaging almost 25 wins a season.
How do you hope to defend against those two?
Well, the big thing, Ryan, is you can't let them you can't let them get you down around the basket. Obviously, we don't have the size or the strength to let them get us touches around the basket. So I don't think one girl is going to be able to stop them. I think it's going to have to be a committee type deal where we're going to have to run some girls at them. And more than anything, we've got to make sure we put enough pressure on the perimeter that they just can't walk the ball down and just try to. If they get their high-low game going, the last time we played them, it was 11-10. They went on a 40-14 run in the half. We gave up 50 points in the first half. So I know one thing: Friday night's the last time I'm ever going to coach against them.
You're not shedding a tear about that.
No, there'll be tears, but tears of joy. But you look at it another way too, is it's an opportunity, and they've never lost to us, and so I'm hoping that we can give them a going away present.
Now, last year, our newspaper reported that you guys planned to watch the movie Miracle before the game. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like a miracle is going to be needed to beat this team this year.
Well, you know what? The big thing that we're going to need this year is, and if you ask my girls what they'd want to watch, it'd probably be Hannah Montana or The Notebook or something like that. So we tried that last year, and it wasn't a very good idea. I think they got bored about 20 minutes into it. But no, with our girls, New Prague kind of treated us like we treated Faribault, and if you're not mentally tough throughout the whole game, they can really go on a run for you. And the thing is, they are so relentless, and you got to give their coach credit and their program credit. When they walk on the floor, they expect to win. But this year, they've lost 5 games in the conference, Ryan, and to be honest with you, they had won 55 out of 56 games coming into this season in the conference. And they finished 9-5, the same record as us. We went over and beat a Shakopee team that swept them. Prior Lake swept them. So they are a very good team, but they're not invincible. If we can play well, I just think the biggest key is that we just got to stay mentally tough. I mean, and the last time we played them, we outscored them in the second half, but you can't get down 50-24 before you start deciding to compete. And if you let up, the first time we played them earlier in the year, we were ahead, I think, 23-16. And then they went on a 16-0 run to end the half. And that's been really this case, is that out of the 18-minute first half, we've played well for 13 or 14 minutes. And then we have about a bad 3-minute streak against them. And they are so capable of running off 12 points against you. And then you look up the scoreboard and you say, boy, we played pretty well. But all of a sudden we're down 12. And if you get down 12 to them, they're not used to giving up those kind of leads.
The girls talked about this being a physical game, but also a mental game too. As a coach, how do you help the girls believe that they can win, that this will be the game?
Well, I think you just gotta really emphasize the positives this year. We're 21-6. We went 9-5 in a very tough conference. I just think it comes down to, in the second half, we matched their physicality. Instead of getting bullied, we actually stood up to them. But Friday night, it's going to come down to this: if they own the paint, and I'm talking, if our post defense is weak, if our rebounding is weak, it's going to be a long night. We're going to be putting away uniforms Monday. We are going to have to play post defense and rebound better than we have all year to be in the game. And if you're in the game, that's all you ask. But I think it's not rocket science. I think the biggest keys, if you go to the game, will be if they get a lot of second and third shots, we're done. Because not only that, but we're going to get in foul trouble. And then number two, if we can't stop their inside game with our post defense, with trying to collapse on the post and so on, then it's going to be a long night. Now, I thought in the second half over there, we did a much better job. They scored 27 points in the first half. They were ahead 50-24. We held them to 7 points in the second half. Now people can say, well, they had you down 26. We got it down to 8, but I thought in the second half, our rebounding and our post defense was good enough to get us a win. You can't play half a game. So it's not rocket science. We know what we need to do. We just don't know if we can execute it throughout a whole game.
Okay. One of the things you said after that first round of game in the playoffs was that Tisha Buck's a fantastic player. The stats bear that out. But Tisha can help this team just as much with the ball out of her hand as she can with the ball in her hand. Can you explain that?
Well, you know, the big thing is a lot of really talented players, when they're young, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, they grow up with the ball in their hands. They're the best player in their grade. Now you get to Red Wing, we have 2 seniors we took out of that grade. We have 3 or 4 juniors we took out of that grade. Okay, we have a couple sophomores we took out of that grade. We have a couple 9th graders like Tisha and Macy. And when you take those girls, almost every one of them did all the dribbling growing up, right, on their traveling teams. Now as a coach, you know, you can't have 7 or 8 girls that all want to be the point guard every time. So with her height and her strength, we try to understand that, to me, it's a lot easier to stop a dribbler than it is to stop a girl that can cut hard and slash. Because when she's got the ball, I can send 4 girls to her. Does that make sense? And when Tisha, we're trying to find balance in her offense. When she's had her huge games, 30-point games, and she's had 30, 27, 26.
27 against Faribault?
Yep. She's done it without creating her own dribble. She's allowed other players to create for her. She's either spotted up for threes or she's run hard cuts and got touches around the basket. And that's where she's dangerous, because now if we're posting her up a lot or running her off screens, they're going to put a bigger girl on her. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to let a guard her underneath the basket, right?
Yep.
If they start putting a post player on her, now we're going to move with our motion offense. We're going to move her out in the perimeter and let her create off the dribble. The minute they put a smaller girl on them, we're going to go back to letting her. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of what we try to do with her. Is that we try to get her more versatile.
You want to get them exploit a mismatch with her.
Exactly, and I don't think it's any different than in college or anything else. Is that you just kind of scratch where it itches. Where if they try to stop her with a box and one, then we got three other girls that can shoot and put her in the middle. But to be honest with you, Ryan, if I was an opposing coach, she scares me a lot more on defense and with her passing. I think she's much more like a Magic Johnson and much more like a Larry Bird that way, and nobody has ever heard of those two anymore. Or even you look at LeBron James. I don't know if people realize LeBron scores, but he is incredible with the ball at passing because he's a 6'9" point guard, and that's a freak. Tisha is a 6-foot girl that can see the court, and to be honest with you, we've always known she's a scorer. Her passing, I mean, has been, if I was an opposing coach, I'd be much more scared of the way, because she can make everybody on her team better. And if you get your hands ready, the nights that Danny Brooks has 15 points, she's not creating her own shot a whole lot. She's fast enough to get underneath the basket and catching the ball and laying it off the glass, and she's the benefit of a really good pass.
I remember seeing that against the Ellsworth Panthers. That was
absolutely. Absolutely. And, having a 6-foot point guard is similar to a 6'5", 6'6" boy that can run down the floor, and they're taller than everyone else on the zone or whatever.
Okay. Coach, well, I really appreciate your time today. Good luck on Friday. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.